Hello, everybody. Hold for one moment, please. We are fixing something here. Trust me, it's almost done. Am I done? Can you hear me now? Let's see. Let's see who's here, and let's see if you can hear me. Here we go. All right. First, we've got Kaylee. Kaylee, hello, sweetheart. So glad you're here. Victoria, thank you so much for coming. Quiet listener. And can you hear me? I just want to make sure that that is happening. I thought I'd maybe 5 minutes late. Wasn't quite 5 minutes late. Charlie Grace. Well, hello to you. I'm so glad you're here. Let's see what else we got going on here. So it's again, I'm looking at you here, but over to my left is where I see what you're saying, and it's kind of hard. 5 times 5, okay. So, whoo, I was not as late as I thought I might be, and luckily, thank goodness. And we are having a warm streak here at 65. No, it's a little warmer than that. It's I'd say sharing you out tonight. Well, thank you so much, Charlie Grace. I appreciate that. I am trying to hit 1,500 friends. I am right there, $14.99. I've been working on this. My son and I have had a couple of heart-to-heart conversations, although it's more like he is channeling my father. My father was a great guy, trust me. I had a great father. 6 daughters, he raised 6 daughters, and he wasn't crazy at the end of it, okay? So, 6 daughters, and however, I will say that my father was a super smart guy. He was completely self-taught. He only finished, like, what grade, Brent? Alex?
10th grade?
10th grade education, and my father was fabulously smart. Well, that would be wonderful. And I'd like to, know who they are so I can go visit them, hang out with them. So she is awesome, very awesome. So my father, though, was super smart, and he had the ability to think things through, figure them out. Had he been able to finish school and go on to college, my father would have been a scientist, someone who built things, which he did build things. Thank you, Richard. There's hubby. Hubby's in the house, literally in the house. So anyways, but my father had limited not attention, he had limited patience. If he had to tell you more than 3 or 4 times. In my case, technical stuff and I are not the best of friends. It's just the way it is. We're not the best of friends. And so I've struggled with many things YouTube. I have. And my son struggles with me very similarly as if it were my father. He's very parental about it. And I was ready to close my YouTube channel down last night. I mean, really, I was about ready to shut it down and just say, forget it. I'm never going to understand all of these nuances and all of these things. But I didn't, because I've never quit. I've never quit. So, anyways, here I am today. Happy to be here. Beautiful day outside. Lane County is having gorgeous weather right now, and so we are rolling. And it's going to be 85 on Friday. 85 on Friday. We will be somewhere. Okay, we will be somewhere in this county, in a park, doing something. Okay, I'm not sitting when it's
showing you at 1,500 subscribers.
Oh, really? I'm at 15. Oh, wow. So we did hit 15, people. Thank you. Whoever it is, I really, really want to thank whoever hit that 15 mark so bad. I've struggled a bit. So, anyways, yeah, Sonny Boy and I have an extremely close relationship, in part because he and his hubby live with us. So, he's a bright guy. He's extremely intelligent, picks things up very fast, and is attuned to all of this. He has got several thousand subscribers at this point. He's monetized. He's rolling. They're doing really well. He's doing really well with his channel. And he doesn't understand his mom at 3 years in at 1,500 subscribers and, still not knowing certain things. So anyways, I'm learning. I'm still learning, people. And I'm happy to learn. I went back to college at 50 years old. Well, I was 49, graduated when I was 15. Hello, boondocking with Boomer. How are you, Lance? I understand that to be true. I'm very happy, and I will not cry, probably. I know it seems foolish. 1,500 is not a lot. But it's taken me time, and I really have worked as hard as I physically can, given my limitations and, my downtime. And so I enjoy YouTube. I enjoy doing what I'm able to do at this point, and I look forward to doing more. I want to show you something I bought, but that means I have to jump up from my computer for just a moment. I will be right back. It's right here. So as I've mentioned, my RV is parked at my nephew's ranch, and it's been in a barn. And in a barn lives a lot of, guess what? My biggest nemesis, mice. I hate mice, scared to death of them. Actually, I'm terrified of mice. It's really petrified of me. Well, I meant to buy mouse. I know that there's mice in there because my nephew is catching them. And by the way, we have some mice out in our garage that we have never had. And my understanding is they're a little bigger than mice. So I thought I was getting some mouse traps, but that is way bigger than a mouse trap. That is a rat trap. And so, because I'm not driving my RV back to my house until there's no mice in it. I'm just saying, because I would go off the road. If a mouse got on me while I was driving, I would panic. And I know that about me, so I can't do it. So I'm looking forward. I want to get it, since it's beautiful out, I'm wanting to get it back here and get going on the mouse abatement situation. And so that's one of the things that I'm involved with right now. So I don't know if you saw my little short yesterday. I'm going to pull it up in case you didn't get a chance to see it. I don't normally show my stuff during a live stream. It seems kind of, oops, I have to share this. I have to share, but it'll explain why you'll understand. All right, right here. We're going to go for an injection. It's an internal injection, but it's not into the joint. The problem I'm having is we're needing this new shoulder. If it doesn't work, I'm going to have one done on my joint via guided X-ray. So, stop. So, night before last, 2 nights ago, I woke up in the middle of the night. It felt like my arm was broken, my left arm, the arm that I already know I need a new shoulder in. I'm just working to get myself down to the proper BMI for that. And I'm making progress. Wow, I'm surprised at how much progress I've made, but I've made a little progress. And so I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning. The arm right about here felt like there was a fracture in it, and there was deep spasming, and I just laid there because I couldn't move. It was terrifying, and so I got an appointment at my orthopedic surgeon's office. I didn't see him because, he's busy doing surgeries, but I saw somebody. Hello, Alfonso. So glad that you are here today. And so I got in there and I saw another orthopedist who is quite capable of making, looking at things. So did a bunch of x-rays. I don't have a fracture in my arm. I didn't break it oddly in the middle of the night. But there's, what's happened is this shoulder is so bad that the inflammation is just affecting the whole arm to the bone, to the elbow pretty severely. So I got an injection. It's more of it was an injection, but it didn't go straight into the joint. If this helps, which it feels like it's helping a little, if it gives me some relief, then we'll be good. If it doesn't, then we will do it's a guided imagery. It's guided imagery with an X-ray into the joint with a long needle, because I've had one done in my foot, because we have like 3-4 joints in our foot, and I was having a bad problem years ago. So anyways, I know what it's like. It is no fun, but neither is this. So until such time as I can get the darn surgery done and get a new shoulder, I will have to deal with this. So that was one of my sisters was curious about that, but I don't see her. Nancy on here anywhere? I don't see Nancy Renard on here anywhere. And I gave her a direct link. So I told her I'd be explaining it on here. All right, so that's what that little short was about. Let's see what's happening. What else is happening here? So when my niece-in-law, my nephew and niece-in-law are in Flagstaff right now. They got some business to take care of there. They'll be there until Monday, hanging out. And so when they come back, we are going to do some we have some specific canning we're gonna do. I don't remember what it is. Hello, Lily. Hi, Lily. Thank you so much for coming. I am so happy you're here. And so we've got some canning we're gonna do, and it is it's meat. It is like taking chicken. We're gonna do it's like a Mexican chicken stew. And we both love Mexican food. This could be used in multitude of ways, and I'm really excited to do it because it's something that I will use, and I'm putting all the things together in order to do it. So hopefully next weekend we will be able to take, not this coming weekend, but a week from this weekend. That's what we will be doing. So that's on the burner. It's on the back burner, but it's right there. If I had a 5-burner stove and there was one right in the middle, it would be the one in the middle. Just so I could grab it quickly. Let's see. I was thinking about. Oh, so yeah, going to my son in YouTube. So, I don't know about anybody else who might be a little older doing YouTube. And if you are an actual creator, could you put a C, a big CC? Big CC. Because I want to know also if any of you struggle with or have struggled with kind of the nuances and technicalities of YouTube, such as doing the I gotta look at it. The tags, for instance, just the tags. Does anybody else struggle with tagging? I did a short recently, and it was with Czar, the German Shepherd. And I did not even thank you, Charlie, or thank you so much, Kaylee. I did not even put dog in my tag, Part of it is I don't like working from my phone, and I do know, as my son has explained to me, trust me, repeatedly. And those repeatedly times are no fun. He has explained to me repeatedly that the phone is where you work on your tags, Mom. That's what it's meant to do. Your phone is meant for tagging. All right. So in my mind, shorts are just something really quick that isn't a big deal. And, so So by tagging, I'm talking about, Lily. Okay, so let me bring something up here. I'm gonna share some reel with you. All right, so let me just get it ready to share. All right. All right, back to StreamYard. All right, I'll show you what I'm talking about, just so there's no confusion, because I can confuse people. All right, because I get confused, and when my son comes at me in that way that it's like, how do you not know this, Mom? I start getting way more confused. All right, so here we've got basic stuff. We got, just the general things. Oh, I need to fix my tip jar is Life of Lucretia. All right, so these tags, Lily, is what I'm talking about. So at the in the description, okay, five entries down is where we're supposed. He explained that's where you start doing your tagging. So the tagging that goes in the description, exactly five down. I don't know why. He didn't explain that part to me. See, I would prefer to know the why. It helps me to continue. So what I did, and he said, always put these in shorts. So these are like on a word paper. And so they go right, I just go right to this, grab it. And then at the end, like this was about healthcare. I added in healthcare, doctor, there was a medical student in with us, doctors, hospital, medical. All right, so do you see what I'm saying? And then down here, the tagging that we do down here, under tags, all of this. So all of my shorts have a standard copied set of tags. And then at the end, again, I went in and I put shoulder replacement, new shoulder, medical. Okay, get the idea. That's what tags I'm talking about. So these are some of those things that, for whatever the reason, yours truly has struggled a little bit with. I've explained to him, you know who I am. You know that I spend a lot of time literally in bed or on my bed. And then let's see if there was anything else down here. Being sure that all of the proper things are marked. This is all fine. I do this fine. So that was, we've had a few conversations about the tagging and whatnot, and using these kind of things. So that's what I mean when I say tagging. Okay, so thank you, Alex, or Kaylee. I'm sorry, Kaylee. For doing all of them. Thank you so much for doing all of these. So that is what those are a couple things that I've been dealing with is this right here, and trying to make sure that I still have a video I am contemplating releasing. I probably, if I release it, I'm going to have to go back in, and I'm going to have to go back in and do a little explanation. Camp Goer 1, well, hello, thank you so much for coming, Linda. Glad you're here. Her daughter had a birthday. It was so cute. You guys were so cute at the bowling alley. I love to bowl. But guess what? As much as I was an athlete, and I've always been athletic, and I excelled in athletics, not in bowling. I have very weak wrists. Really, really weak wrists. Even though I lifted weights and I pushed my body hard when I was young, I could never bowl well. Nope. Couldn't do it. But I loved it, and I loved like midnight bowling when I was young, when all the lights were out and it was fun, and all the kids were there. That was a fun time. 1979, that's a couple of years ago. And I'm drinking a lot of water today. I felt like I was, yesterday I felt like I was a little bit underwatered. we have an ice machine. Thank God for ice machines and the people who build them and design them and figure them out. So that's back to my dad. That's the kind of thing. Oh man, he woulda, coulda, shoulda. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. I had an 8-pound ball and it was heavy. I understand. I've got these little 3-pound weights for physical therapy, exercise, that kind of thing. And so sometimes those feel heavy when I've done enough reps. It feels a little heavy. So I don't know if you've remembered to do the thumbs up, but that does help. And thank you so much. Let me take a look here. I'm going to just go to my YouTube for a moment. I'm just going to pull it up on my phone. All right. So, yes, lot trying to get things done, and it seems like there's never enough time when I've got short amount of time in the day when I'm physically very functional, functional at all. So, I remember you told us about that. Dogs should not have been loose. I'm not sure about what that is. I guess I have forgotten. I think I've forgotten. But I'm sure you'll let me know. No doubt. So, I'm in school. Let me just say, I'm in school with Alex in Wonderland, and it is not a fun school. It's not a fun school. Some people are meant to teach. It's like he can do this all day, and he's mobile and he can do things and he can snap of the fingers. He figures things out on how to do this and how to make his shorts work well. And it's like, Mom, you are not going to grow if you continue to just do once a week or twice a week live streams. Nobody goes back and watches live streams. They are not what's going to, and if you're not going to do it, then why are you doing it? Kind of question. So I have still follow up on the loss prevention from the accident. Fortunately, I haven't developed any further symptoms since then. I'm so happy to hear that, because I was watching a short today, and the short was really, it should have been a what not to do at work short. These fellows, young men, I'm sorry, it was young men, I can't help it. Young men were wrapping themselves, they were on like a forklift or something, they were wrapping themselves in like cellophane kind of stuff. Big cellophane. It was what it was it should be a video for what not to do at work. And what you should know, by the way, not to do at work. So tell me what you guys are up to. I'd love to hear. What are you up to? How is spring going for you? Do you have anything going on? RV Grandma Charlotte, I see, is in the house on the there we go. You came in quicker on the YouTube side. I looked over at my phone, I saw something out of the corner of my eye, and it was you coming into the room. So you say, I go back and watch live streams. Some of us do. Okay, there are people, I do watch some live streams, especially, so I watch live streams. One of the people that I watch their live streams is Carol from, she's a pretty good sized channel. Carol, she's an older lady. I can feel you there, Vicki. And you know what? So Vicki and I think there's another person also. Lily, are you guys up in the tri-state area? There's somebody else in the tri-state area. And one of the spots I want to go to is, and I promised I was going to, Glorious Life on Wheels. Yes, Carol from I know I will go back and watch hers because there's usually specific things that she's talking about, more directed. She does kind of a more directed live stream about topics, and I do too sometimes. And but she pretty much is her gig, is that she's very oriented towards a topic. My kitchen drain broke. Oh no, no, no. No, I hate so thank you, Kaylee. So yeah, technical stuff like that, that I am very grateful. We haven't had anything like that happen recently, except Richard replaced our kitchen sink faucet to be one of those that comes up and then you grab the nozzle off, and it's got a thingy, a hose, for lack of a better word, attached to it. Well, the base kept turning. It kept coming loose, and it was a nightmare for several months. He finally got it figured out and fixed, because it was not a fun thing to be having to deal with on a constant basis. Oh. I would be having very bad problems. It's a nightmare. Oh, I'm sorry, Linda. I really am, because anything like that affects our lives in such a dramatic way. I don't know if you know how to fix that kind of stuff. Maybe you do. I do not. I'm sure I would figure out, but I don't even know you mentioned a sewer roach. I don't even know what that is. I know what a cockroach is. Shingles blown. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That would be a problem. So we need a new roof. We need a new roof. It's not like horrible or anything, but it's getting older, and it really does need to be replaced. And that's about $30,000. If I was dying and needed $30,000, I couldn't get it. Okay, I couldn't get it. So that's the state of my roof. I am thankful. 2 inches long. Oh, Linda, I'm so sorry. That's horrible. Do you have it? Do you have a fix for it so you don't have to deal with this? I mean, like, at the very least, keep your drain covered. Took off your roof? Oh, Kaylee. That must have been terrifying. Although, I know you're going to think I'm crazier, but one of the things I've always wanted to experience is a tornado and a hurricane. Not the worst ones, okay? Not the very worst of the worst, but what that feeling is like inside when that kind of... I'm really good under trauma. I work well under trauma. But my sister, when they just bought their house in the last year, it was about $28,000. And I could tell you, my sister's savvy. She's my oldest living sister now. Nancy is savvy. And it was a very expensive, so when they bought it, I believe they had to, they were given a credit towards the purchase of the house because it was going to have to be replaced. Here we've got, thank you so much. Thank you, Vicki. Oh, wow. So do you got fix for coming for it, Linda? That's more than I can even comprehend. My husband said that Fort Polk had cockroaches that were big enough to carry your army bag. Oh, or that would be interesting. Through a really big tree branch through it. Yikes. I've seen that happen. So we have in Eugene, there's a couple of areas that have big giant oak trees, big old ones, hundreds of years old, and we had a freeze storm. I'm going to find those pictures someday and show you because it's unimaginable what we went through. A freeze storm. Every bit of property, everything was frozen to the core, including these big oak trees. And guess what happened? Some of them completely, they broke off very, like, way down. Some of them lost their big giant limbs in the road. I was coming back. Alex was living, he wasn't living here. He was living over by Autzen Stadium at the time. He was living elsewhere with a bunch of friends. And their apartment complex had plenty of utilities, okay? But he lived upstairs and I couldn't get up there. I couldn't get up there. And so our utilities were off for 4 days, 4 or 5 days. I think it was 4 days. Here at this house, there was nothing. And it was down to 10 degrees, 11 degrees. The worst that we've ever had. Linda. All right, so what do we need to do to fix this for you? Is all I want to know. How does this get fixed? Burn my house and move. I wasn't going to say Kaylee, but you said it, and I'm just saying, whoops, high five, Kaylee. So my dad, when he was in World War II, he was in South Pacific, and the island that he was on had huge. Well, hello, Robin. Robin is my niece-in-law's mom. I love my niece-in-law. My niece-in-law, Peggy. I don't know where they're at. They know I was going live, Peggy. Anyways, and we play some fun games online. So I love doing that. I do. It takes up my evening when I have to go to bed at 6 or 7 o'clock to deal with my pain. You keep me company. You and my friend Lisa. Playing these games. No, I'm telling you, Kaylee, it cost her that massive amount of money. It was huge. Hello, Paula. Van Vita Travels. Well, welcome to you. How are you doing? And then thank you all for saying hi to one another. I appreciate it. It cost her in the neighborhood of I'm going to get it for sure, all right? All right, I'm going to get it for sure here because I thought that was a little high too. But hold still for one moment. Whoops. I'm going to catch her off guard. All right, you have a great day, Linda. And please fix that pipe. I'm going to have nightmares about it. I don't want you to have those kind of cockroaches coming out of your pipe. Hello? Oh, where are you at? Okay, well you didn't stop in at my live stream, which I'm on talking to you right now. Yes, they can't hear you, but I wanted to confirm, how much did your roof cost to get replaced? $32,000. It cost my sister, like I said, and I said this, my sister is a very savvy woman, and she would not get screwed. Excuse the bad language, but she wouldn't let herself be a better word for that, Nancy, online? Manipulated, lied to. Taken advantage of would have been more appropriate. So, 32,000. Okay, well, you should just click the link that I sent you and just come in and you just say hi, wave your hand at me. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. hold on. I'm gonna put you on speaker. Here, hang on. This is why, guys. All right. All right, go ahead, Nancy.
Alrighty. Hello, my friends of my sister. Our roof cost so much because we had to, the underlayment part of the roof was pretty damaged, and we had to replace all of that plywood and new gutters, everything. And so it kind of jacked the price up. And I wanted a better tile for the roof than what standard roofs get, but we probably could have got one for $25,000 maybe, I don't know, but because it was so much damage underneath, we had to pay a lot more.
Okay, so that might make a little more sense because it was seeming very expensive. But anyways, all right. Oh, 5 extra vents as well. All right. So the overall cost included a bunch of some extra things, but you know, this is an old roof too. All right. Well, I'll talk to you later on. I'm going to finish up with my live stream. I just wanted to I wanted to understand that a little better. All right. Bye-bye. And you most certainly could come to my live stream if you wanted to. So, anyway, that's apparently why it cost them $32,000. That explains. Okay, yeah, just the shingles. No. Now, if we were if Richard was 10 years younger, I'm just saying 10 years, he couldn't do it now. He could replace the roof. And hello, happily ever Yardie. Hello to you. Thank you for coming by. So that's the reason. There was some more stuff done. This roof is not in that kind of condition, and we've got plenty of vents, so that wouldn't need to be done. I don't think any of the joists need to be replaced. My dad built the house. The house is extremely sturdy, and that's why I think I've shared a little bit, maybe not, but our, hold on one moment. Underlayment will cost more for sure. Gutters, oh yeah, tiles. You know what? Here's what my son-in-law and I wonder about. All right. Why are they not doing, and I know the answer to this already, but let's see what you guys all think. Why is nobody doing whole roof, just the roof being solar? Not like solar panels, but solar roofs. And nobody could tell me it can't be done because I guarantee it can be done. But they will lose. There is so much to lose in the utility end of it. Although, no, they would still gain. But Steve and Tina Jewell, welcome. Our other friends from Canada. So glad you're here. But what do you guys think? Do you think that might be one of the reasons that nobody has come up with solar roofs? And that it's not standard on new roofs, new homes? If I were in charge, okay, here's a couple things. If Lucretia were running the show, we would have health care for everybody. And by the way, I am a middle conservative. I'm a conservative person with things, especially money, especially your money, by the way. But people would have health care. And it would be good health care, and it would be paid for. Secondly, there would be solar roofs, because, by the way, hello, Naj.
Don't forget to tell them about your merch line.
I would like to know how to connect to that on here. How would I, just one moment, guys. Alex is going to show me something else. This is at school with Alex. All right. I have a new merch line. I've never had one before, really. I've never had one. And I'm not pushing it. I'm just going to show it, and that's it. But this is school, all right, for me, with him. Save me.
Your merch site is lucretia.shop.
All right.
Or lucretia.store.
Let me find it. Let me find my merch shop. Lucretia dot
Store.
Store. Wow, you made it very simple for me. This site can't be reached.
Lucretia.shop.
Okay, Lucretia.shop. Let's try that. And then I'll show you. All right. We'll come.
Lucretia.shop.
And by the way, it's Lucretia.shop.
Again, that's Lucretia.shop.
I love him so much. He's an only child, that's all I can say. And if you're an only
Except for
child,
Billy and Jennifer.
except for Billy and Jennifer. Billy and Jennifer, yes. My nephew and my niece are like my own children. Their mom died 23 years ago. They've always been like my own children. Like I helped her co-parent. My little sister helped co-parent. But anyways, I have 3 kids, but I have 1 natural-born child. And anyways, you know what's going on. All right, so, yes, twin sister to Hawkins Family Adventures. And I'm going to be doing an interview with her. We're going to be doing an interview about her channel. And we're going to be talking about stuff. I'm just going through making sure everybody's okay. All right, so I am, shared on my page. Thank you. That is always appreciated. Cool, thank you for just checking in. All right, I'm going to share this now. My merch store. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not the one who designed this. Okay? I have to give all the credit to Alex. And I think what he's done is beautiful. And I will come up with some designs of my own. I have some in my head. But I woke up to him having designed my first merch store. So, just go through it real quick. Here's what I love. I love the tree woman. I love the tree woman. Women rule. You know what would be kind of cool is women root.
That's what Josh said.
Josh said that too? Mm-hmm. Wow. That would be, don't you think that would be a cool saying also, is the option of women rule or women root? Because I think, I'm not a person who's like a women rule thing, but I know it's popular amongst us women. So we got some, this is a sticker? Is that a sticker?
That's a die-cast
sticker. A die-cut sticker. And here we've got a welcome mat. And we've got a notebook and a bag. Let's pull that bag up.
It comes in different colors.
Different colors. There's my color right there. Red. Love the red. Comes in red. Let's see, what else do we got? Let's go back. All right, not going to show you every single thing. Shower curtain. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I like that shower curtain. That is likely going to be a shower curtain. I don't need a shower curtain. I have just a walk-in with a door. But that's a very nice shower curtain. Thank you for the shower curtain, Alex. All right, let's see. We've got, and this will be, I'm going to probably order that. I think I'm going to order that today. I like that. I like this mug. And then we got the backpack, of course. And
show them the sweatshirt.
There's the sweatshirt.
The hoodie.
Here's a hoodie. I got it in blue, black.
Women of YouTube rule the world.
White, pink, and black. All right. And, I'm going to tell you, these prices are a little higher than some merch stores. Let me tell you why. Because this product is all made in San Francisco. It's made right here in the good old US of A. It's San Francisco, California. And so when Alex and I talked about, I knew that when I did start a merch store, that I would use that one. It's the same one that he and his hubby use. And by the way, their merch store is doing very well. They've got some other reaches for it. So anyways, that's the merch store. I will, I'll put it in my information.
Put it on there in the chat.
Okay, and I'll put it in the Nomad Hatter. I know that's not Billy, right? This is Peggy. That was Lucretia.shop. Yep. Oops, what the heck happened?
Well, you had clicked on the message before you started typing.
Lucretia.shop. Oops. All right, it's Lucretia.shop if you want to look at it. And then it'll, who is this? This is a new friend. This is Coomer. Welcome. I am infected with 12 parasites. That's bad news. Even I know that. Alex, have you had a parasite before?
No.
What would you?
I need that. Yep.
Yep.
There you go.
I'm so sorry to hear that, Coomer. Very.
The chat
Um,
right there.
hold on, let me get rid of Coomer there off the screen. But welcome, glad you're here. I hope you're feeling. Are you feeling okay? How does it feel to have 12 parasites? I have 5 sisters. Just saying. None of them are here.
I don't know why the link didn't post. That's just
Oh, you
ridiculous.
can't post. I don't think you can post the link in the chat. You have to do it in YouTube.
That's obscene. StreamYard?
I'm not sure now.
It's StreamYard.
What's the link?
I just posted it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's not happy because you can't post the link in StreamYard.
StreamYard needs to stop saying at the top of the bullshit, because they are.
So, did you see stuff in there you thought was nice? I hope you did. Not expect anybody to buy anything. Not at all. But I'm just happy to get it started. Well, you know, sometimes people just gotta share. All right, so we've gone through the beautiful weather we're having. I'm planning on doing some things, and I am fairly certain I'm going to be able to go to the Oregon meetup in June. I just got to get my RV rid of mice is the plural, mice, so that I can drive it home. It's got to go. They got to go. You're limiting yourself to female is your thing. Yes. Okay. Exactly. And I am not that person at all. I truly am not. Most of the time, my best friends have always been male. I've always gotten along better with males than females until I became an adult. And I became an adult. But I, as a child and as a young person, and a teenager and a young adult person, much better. I got along much better with males than females. But I now have my best. I have 3 best friends. Let me just say, I've got 4 best friends. One doesn't even know they're my best friend yet. And so, get a cat. So, we have, let me show you. We're not certain about it. I've always had cats my whole life. My last cat passed about 6 years ago. Something like that, 6, 8 years ago. But I've had cats since probably before I was born. And, however, the dog that we have right now, Czar, we're not sure. He's a German Shepherd. He's a large German Shepherd, about 110 pounds. He's Alex's dog. He's a great dog. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say Czar is a bad dog. Czar is a beautiful, perfect dog. But Czar has issues. Czar was abused when he was a puppy. He was restrained with barbed wire on his legs. He's terrified of the wind. Like right now, it's beautiful outside, but he's in my bedroom in the dark with the fan on and sound on the TV of rain because he can't take the sound of wind. He can't. He's scared to death of it. He can walk in it. Richard walks him couple times a day, 2-3 times a day, and Czar cannot take it. So, by the way, I'm going to go on a walk this afternoon with them, and I'm going to wear a GoPro. Alex bought a GoPro, and I'm going to learn how to use it. But let me just show you a little sweet a sweetness here. Hold the horses. Hold the horses. Have you ever been on your channel and you just are lost trying to find what you're trying to find? Shouldn't be quite this hard for me. I'll show you the last, I'm clicking back through my, there we go. I got to my content. And all right. Oh. You know, sometimes best laid plans come on, people, and I mean me. I know what I'm looking for. It's right there. Come on now. I just want content. Come on. Come on, content. Post. All right, I'm just about there. I could feel it. I'm struggling here again. I'm not sure what's going on. Why I can't find. There was a particular. Anyways, yeah, he's a huge dog. He's like special needs in some way. And Richard has noticed when he sees cats, when the cat starts running, Czar's 110 pounds, bolts for the cat. Now he doesn't growl. He's not snarling. He's not being vicious in any way. But both of us being deep animal lovers, we would die. I mean, we would be horrified if we put an animal here that didn't do well with Czar. So I need to find a cat, somebody with a cat, who, Willie and Peggy, who might bring their cat over for a little bit, and let's see if Czar can like a cat. Because I agree, there are what are called working cats. And I know because I've checked into it. These working cats you can adopt, they're free. But you do have to provide a place for them to sleep, food for them, and medical care if they need it. They have been spayed and neutered, they're already ready to go, and they're there to work. They're not there to be your friend, they're not your cat, they're not your pet. They're a working cat. And so that's what I've thought about. I've thought about adopting a working cat. I've never had an animal that slept outside, ever in my life. I don't care. I've had in my house pit bull, German Shepherd, Beagle, Cane Corso, Mastiff mix. Okay, except for the Beagle, 3 very big dogs, and the Beagle, who by the way was in charge of all of them, in my house. it just, we all are just, we're animal people. But I just not sure. I am on that page. That's, my gut tells me no. I think he needs to be the only animal in the house on the property. And it just, we have to deal with the mouse rat situation in a different way. Yeah, it was horrible. And he has the physical scars and the mental scars. I took my mother's dogs when she died. They were with me for a year and a half before she, okay, for the male killed. Oh no. Oh, Kaylee. I am so sorry. My little sister had a dog kill a pit bull. As a matter of fact, it was not the kind of pit bull that we've had around us. My nephew's dog was a beautiful, perfect pit bull. He was wonderful and great with cats, by the way. But Priscilla had her cat killed right in front of her many, many years ago. So, Lucretia.shop. Kaylee, let's see. I'm going to, how do I do this even? Because it is Lucretia.shop. Let me just make sure I just put it back into my, and it goes right to my page. Lucretia.shop. Goes right to my page. Right to my shop. I was looking for the last short that I did with Czar and Richard, where Czar literally climbed up on Richard's lap. I mean, he was on Richard's lap. That is exactly the kind of dog he is. And it was so cute. It was cute. I love that guy. I love that dog. I think I've got it. Okay, let me go. I've got it, and I'll show you. Share screen. All right, and now I will show the... He was on William's, my nephew Billy's lap. What are you doing on Billy's lap? You're kind of a big lap dog. Billy is the one who originally got him. He was with somebody safe. Oh, now you're going to give him a bath. But they couldn't handle him. They didn't have time for him. So Billy went and picked him up. And then we inherited him. Because he and the pit bull eventually started not getting along.
Give him a kiss. Come on, give him kisses.
See, he's just so sweet. And Billy is too. So he's a big boy. So it does concern me a little bit. What is the StreamYard link about? Look at me to StreamYard. What is that StreamYard link in the about? Is it a StreamYard link on my page? I guess, Vicky, I'm not sure, because I don't have a StreamYard link on my YouTube channel. He's being instinctual. It's cruel to get a cat while he is there. It only takes a second for a dog to kill. 100%. And it would be our fault. So here's my thought about that, is that the humans are the ones in charge. We're the ones who decide what to get and what not to have, what to have and what not to have. I loved Loki, the pit bull that my nephew had that is no longer with us, had to be put down. I would have kept that dog in a second. But Czar and him there was a mortal enemyness between them. Loki and him, there just was this viciousness that they would kill each other. And Czar's getting along with every dog he meets out and about, okay? He loves these. He's having a great time on all these walks with Richard, and he's doing wonderful with these other dogs. As a matter of fact, there was a loose dog today that was lost, and it was like a golden lab or something like that, and it just followed along the walk with Richard and Czar. And Czar had no problem with the dog. There was such a situation between Loki and Czar. My heart broke. It broke to lose Loki. Completely broke. But Czar, Czar lives here. And Czar had to be, number one here. And I didn't want him hurt again, and I want Loki hurt, It was one of the hardest things of my life, truthfully. But yes. And we're responsible when we bring an animal into our home. I believe the utilities are concerned about profit. You could talk to our son Mason. He has worked in solar sales. That would be, you know what? That would be really cool to talk with him. Because I'm telling you, I totally believe, I believe there should be solar roofs. And I don't mean solar panels or somehow them integrated in. There's just no good reason not to do it. If people are really interested, if our society is truly interested in not using as much fossil fuel, hello, there's millions of houses in this country, millions of dwellings, millions of restaurants, theaters, buildings, shopping centers. What the heck? Come on, think. That to me is practical. That's not even a political thing. That to me is practical thinking. As a conservative, that's practical. I don't know if I'm just odd that way, but okay. So the working cats, I feel the same way about cats. I'm a dog, primarily a dog person, but I love cats. My cats, when I have them, usually sleep on my pillow. I mean, my last love cat, Fluffy LaPoof, okay? Fluffy LaPoof was his name. He really was Richard's cat, but he slept on my pillow right by my right shoulder, and I would wake up to Fluffy LaPoof right here. He was part Persian, and then I had a Rottweiler, Haley May Lake, precious, sweet, gentlest dog you could imagine. Beautiful dog. Anyways, there was never even in actuality, we had 3 cats at the time when we had Haley. And one time, 2 of the cats jumped on Haley's back and were attacking her. And she did not know what to do. Here is this Rottweiler, beautiful Rottweiler, very capable of doing harm if she wanted to. Not a bone in her body had that instinct to harm. So, but I get that about work. I thought that too about working cats. It's like, what about when it's cold out? I mean, there would be a place for it to sleep out of the rain. I thought I would put a cat door into the garage, and I would put a cat house in the garage for the cat. Problem solved. But it still seemed odd. And these cats are rescued. They are, what are they called? They are feral cats, and they are taken there. But then I thought, how is it I'm going to ensure that it stays here? There's no guarantees that cat's going to stay here. And they said it's because you feed it. So I don't know. But I haven't, and so I probably wouldn't, but I would have a cat when I can. Once you clean out the mice, you find mice repellent or mint oils. Yes, and having them store, I am very grateful we had it stored out at the ranch. However, it never crossed my mind that barns usually have a lot of mice. I didn't think of it. So, William, I think, has been catching them. He has mice traps that we gave him. And oh, Naj, I forgot. Sorry. I have many cats. Until a few weeks ago, they all slept outside. Nothing moves in my yard, and they don't catch. Okay, you have. All right. Our cats are usually inside. They've always been inside out. I've never had just an inside cat. Inside out, inside out. And again, yeah, we never had problems in the garage, problems outside. We don't have cats, and we now have, I believe, rats. Not just mice. But it's Richard and I were in bed the other night. We were laying in bed. Up above us is attic. Okay? You can't get in. You get to our attic through our garage. Up above us, we hear digging, chewing, like it's going to chew through the ceiling. All right? So this rat trap's going in our attic. It's going in our attic tonight. It came today from Walmart. I got it delivered. It's going up in the attic. That's where we're going to use that. Seriously, Richard took his cane. He got up. He took his cane and he banged on the ceiling. We didn't hear any more sounds coming from there. When I type Lucretia.shop into Google Shop, you don't go to Google Shop. Okay? That will take you, I guess that will take you there. I just went into, I'll just share it with you. I'll do it one time for you here before we shut this baby down. And I appreciate you guys have all come, and whoever it is that, whoever it is that I got as a new subscriber, thank you so much if you're here. If you subscribed to my channel today and you're new, please just put a Y, a big Y, the letter Y. All right, so we'll go through this one time. Going to a new tab, my Google tab, and I'm just going to type Lucretia.shop, H-O-P. It's just in Google search bar. And there we go. But I agree, Kaylee. I agree about, it's not actually, my analytics say most of the people who watch my videos or, subscribe to my channel are males. I don't see them on live streams. It's interesting. It's interesting to me. See, again, that's an interesting, odd thing to me in analytics. So, yeah, I think I will include some women's stuff. And I also want to get a V-neck t-shirt. I'm not the biggest for the soft pink. I like more bold stuff, but that's just a color that's on there. You can get it different colors. So, Lucretia.shop, and it does take you to that. All right. We'll stop sharing. See what else is here before we close out, because we are now at 5:10. I can't believe I did. I will put the store on my About page. Yes, ma'am. That's it. Yes. Pin. Oops. I need a pin. About page. Store. Thank you. Thank you, Lily. I would not, I forgot. I know, I get it. I do. Trust me. I'm, I am, I can't imagine what that would be like. I know people who've had dogs kill a cat right in front of them, and it's traumatizing to them. And I'm not going to put Zara in that position, but I just thought, I wish that we could know for sure, but I don't know that we can know for sure safely. But I do watch all the zoo shows, and I watch, okay, here's one of my here, honestly, is one of my bucket list items. And I'm not kidding. Okay? Well, one of my bucket list items is hanging out with, meeting, and getting to spend time with the dog whisperer. I watch, well, first of all, I watch everything animal to start with. I watch all the zoo shows. Before I watch anything else at night, I watch a zoo show or shows. And the dog whisperer. I love the dog whisperer. And I'm trying, so he does, his stuff works. I've seen it work. And Czar needs the dog whisperer. It would be helpful if he saw the dog whisperer. About his neurosis about the wind, I think he could help. It's right below the live hun where you said, I love StreamYard. Oh, okay. All right. So, that is kind of an advertisement for StreamYard. That's all I can think of. That I do have on my about. Let me go back to me for a second here. Okay, there's, oh God. All right. So on the about page of this stream, let me show more. Okay, so on the about page of this stream, I gotta shut that down. So I haven't put everything into my YouTube side of this. I just did it on the StreamYard. And I will put the link to shop, Lucretia.shop in there. All right. As soon as I'm done with this live stream here in about 5 minutes, I will take care of that. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I usually do all of that back end work before I do a live stream, but I had an emergency situation with my stomach earlier, and I was indisposed at 20 minutes to my live stream, so I was in a bad situation. I didn't get to do it, didn't get to finish it, so that's what's going on there. But thank you for reminding me of that. Fairy dust sweep the wild winds. Hello, Greedy's not home. All right, well, I hope wherever you're at, you're having a wonderful day. You certainly deserve a wonderful day. All righty. Well, I think I've said hi to everybody. See if there's anything else to say or address. Naj Hederati. Haley was she weighed about 100 pounds. She wasn't huge. She was German, a full German Rottweiler. The story quickly is that my little sister Priscilla worked at Green Hill Humane Society here in town. And they got a litter that was abandoned at their doorstep, basically. And they can't be in puppy population. Because they have some special immunity issues, they needed to be fostered. And I told her, heck no, I am not fostering. No, I will not do it. And then I went there. And I looked at them, and I looked down at these beautiful little sweet black and brown bundles of sweetness. Oh my God. And then I picked one up, and she peed right down the front of me. And I just cuddled her, and I just said, damn you, Priscilla. And I fostered her, and you know where that went from, fostering. I could not adopt her. I fell in love with her. She fell in love with us. She was a wonderful dog, and I trained. So I talked to my veterinarian, because I've had dogs all my life, but I had a poodle that we connected with a really good veterinarian over, and he, I called him and I said, what the situation was and what did he, think. He said, the only dog he didn't recommend were chows, truthfully, and he just didn't care for chows. But he said as long as you take her to training, You got to take the dog to training. You have to be consistent, blah, blah, blah. And when you feed her in the very beginning, hand feed her. Make sure she knows her food is never threatened, that your hands mean nothing but good and love. And in that case, food. And that's what I did. I hand fed her. And for much of her very early life, she got hand fed. At least we were down there playing with her, not playing with her bowl, but touching her bowl while she was eating, handing her food out of it. And so she connected good things to us. And and her treats came from us. But truthfully, that connection with the food was a big deal. And I took her through professional training. And I remember walking her. I would walk her at my favorite park here, Skinner Butte Park. I would walk her, and inevitably, little kids would be walking with their parents, and these little kids, toddler kids, would run up to Haley. And I would have Haley sitting at that point, because I saw the horde coming. And, I showed them how to pet her properly and not to put their fingers out, because it wasn't about Haley. It's because I didn't want to teach these little kids who clearly didn't have any parental teaching. You don't run up to strange dogs and put your hand out. No, you don't do that. And so we had a good time on that walk every single time. Kids loved her, and she loved children, and her little tiny waggly tail was so cute. And I miss her so much. She was about 7 years old, and she got lymphoma, cancer. And we took her, the doctor figured it out very immediately, did blood work, and he said that the treatment would be about $10,000, and that would give her about another year of good life. And I said, if I needed $10,000 for a year of good life, I don't have it. I don't have access to $10,000 to just, especially, I just don't have $10,000 on hand. And so he gave her a medication that helped with the inflammation. And he said, this will give her about 30 days, and she'll have 30 good days. And he goes, and about day 30, it will be the day. He had it down to the hour. Richard had already went to work, and I woke up, and Haley couldn't really even lift her head up. And that was day 30. He had it right down to it. And before that, she ate, she walked around, she pottied, she went for walks. And then the last couple days, she just was a little more tired. And then that day she woke up, and I called Richard, and he came home, and we put her on a sheet, carried her to our van, and we had her euthanized, and I have her little box. I have like 5 animal boxes. I'm gonna go dump them. I'm gonna go dump them on my grave. Richard and I already have our grave picked out, and kind of morbid, but we have it picked out. I'm gonna just go dump those little boxes so they're there, so that nobody, if Richard and I just happen to die in a car accident together, and what are these? And most of my family knows, but I don't want any mistakes made. Okay, I'm in charge. They're my animals. I love them, and I want them with me. So I know I'm a crazy girl. All right, if you feel the cat would run off. If it's feral, I don't know how it would stay anyways. I just don't. It seems like a bad idea. I mean, it seems like a good idea. Things seem like a good idea on paper. And then when you're living with that good idea, it's a little different. All right. When I was small, my cat brought home a jackrabbit. I'm assuming it wasn't kicking. Yes, you too, Lily. You guys all have a great evening. Caesar Milan, he's my hero. He's one of a couple heroes, and I'm truthful about that. This man, I just think he is the it man. You too, dear, and you too, Alfonso. I don't have a mailing address yet, but I am. Somebody else has asked me about that, so it's probably time I get a P.O. box. If I give out my address, my son is going to flip he's already upset that I always say where I live, you know, the town I live in. I mean, I've said it a million times. Y'all know I live in Eugene, Oregon. All right, that's just the way it is. So I can't backtrack. I opened that barn door when I was stupid. Yes, don't puppies, Roddy. They do look like teddy bears. They are, oh my God. Well, the kind of pit bull that my nephew had also looked like a teddy bear. He was like there's some similar. Nightbot, OMG. All right, I'm pulling Nightbot up right now. All right, so we won't deal with Nightbot anymore after this. I know I was supposed to do it before and I didn't get it done. All right, so sorry. Anyways, so you guys, thank you for coming. Whoever helped me get to, did anybody on here claim having gotten me to the 1,500 mark? Let me just scroll quickly back up a little bit. I'll look and see. I can look and see who's subscribed to me. But I'm really thankful. It's just, for me, it was just a mark. You know, it was just 1,500 is not big, but for me, it was a little hill. You know, it was just a little hill. My next one is 2,500. My next goal is 2,500. All right. So, you guys, I'm so happy you were here with me. Alfonso, can you possibly get a huge P.O. box? I may need to ship myself out to you in a big crate. It doesn't cost me anything to mail out letter and packages. It's all free. Oh, you're so funny, Alfonso. I cannot get a free big P.O. box. You are cute. All right. So, thank you guys. It was a good live stream. And I hope you had, hope you had a good time being here. And I am so glad you're my friends. All right. I say subscribers, but you guys are my friends. And I'm grateful for that. So you guys, and Kaylee, I do remember to leave the studio at the end. I want you to know I've been really good about that lately. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for showing up. I will see you again soon. And in the meantime, figure out what your passion is. I mean, what is your passion? Figure it out if you haven't already, because nobody else is going to do it for you. And go do it. Do your passion.